You. Yeah, you. What up? Talking to you. Yeah. See what we on, man. Childhood toys by my boy the Generosity. You feel me? I fucking love this nigga channel, man, because this nigga be speaking facts. Y'all know that chat already. Y'all know that too, by the way. Childhood toys. I don't know what this thing gonna talk about childhood toys, but what type of childhood toys did y'all have, chat? I had Transformers. I had Spider-Man toys. Obviously the classic. I had Hot Wheels. What else I had? I had shit, little monster. Pretty much every little toy that every little boy that had in their motherfucking life, like growing up. Shit. The classic. Lots of puzzles. I never really had puzzles. Hell no. I ain't, you know, the whole puzzle thing. My thing. You know? But alright, let's see my nigga talking about this.
In the BCE era, there was nothing. I mean, there were a few things, but it was mad boring. Humans were still in their Neanderthal stages back then, so all the kids would do was play with sticks and rocks, or even worse.
Shit, nigga, I'm from the trench. That's all I did too, nigga. Sticks and rocks. I used to pretend like certain sticks were guns and shit, and I used to be like, And since I was like, my favorite, if you don't know something about me, chat, there's a fact about me. My favorite superhero of all time is Wolverine. #1. Wolverine is my all-time fucking favorite. Cannot wait till that. I used to put like sticks outside between like knuckles and shit, like between like my knuckles, between my fingers, I mean, and act like I was Wolverine. I used to do shit like that outside too.
Read for the entertainment. And yeah, I sometimes like playing with sticks too when I was young, but that could get pretty old. There was no variety of toys. Yeah, they had dolls and plagues going on, but not much else. That's why during Jesus' time, when he was turning water into wine, was the best source of anything remotely interesting back then, other than maybe gladiator fights. And even though nowadays that ain't even all that hype anymore, I've seen videos of people turning toilet water into wine. So I need something more interesting. You better turn that water into some bitches, my boy. Then you catch my attention. And yet time has moved on and toys have gotten more advanced. I forgot I was talking about toys, especially for the adults. And if you don't know what
Technology is an odd thing in mankind. I'll just say that.
what I'm talking about, just go in the back of your local Spencer's. But I don't pay for those pocket stuff, men. I personally recommend the storm drain of the sink. It works just as well. And I'm glad I got to live after the time of playing with bones for toys and before just giving a kid an iPhone and calling it a childhood. It was good times, man. Playing with those stretchy Armstrong guys, testing out how far I could go until his arms rip off, while playing with those squishy putty slime things, making a Gawk Gawk 3000 out of that thing. We were weird back then, man. Did y'all do that too? I remember a toy I used to play with a lot was those Etch-a-Sketch, those turn-dial drawing tablets. I loved and hated using these things, cause I found it fascinating I could make a whole beautiful work of art on these little boards. The thing was, I sucked ass at it. Every time I tried making a sketch on this toy, it always looked like a 5-year-old drew it. Which, I was around that age when I drew it, but I never had one okay. It looked like a 5-year-old drew it who also didn't have fingers, you know? Seeing other people on the internet make a whole Renaissance painting using these, while I'm over here struggling to make a stick figure, it hurts your
I swear, boy, I used to
self-esteem. Seriously, people that can make a great art with these things are seriously more talented than Obama, I think. So to cope, I just made 3D art with these pinboard things with my hands. I also enjoyed playing with action figures a lot, having Bionicles and Spider-Man smash.
What the fuck?
Obama, I think. So to cope, I just made 3D art with these pinboard things with my hands. I also enjoyed playing with action figures a lot, having Bionicles and Spider-Man smashing them against each other. By the way, Thomas the Tank Engine would always beat all of my action figures in a fight. I don't make the rules. Thomas can beat Spider-Man, Batman, Sonic, Stone Cold Steve Austin in every single fight. I don't make the rules, man. But a toy I thankfully never played with were those Tickle Me Elmos. I remember when those were the must-have toys at one point. Everybody would have one, buying it for their kids, nephews, or even their grandparents. It was the perfect gift. But I never got one, because I didn't trust it. Hearing the stories of the disgusting things Elmo would say, the things Elmer would supposedly do,
I said stop tickling me!
it didn't sit right with me. There was something sinister behind his toy. I can feel it. However, with me not liking that, I did like watches. I love getting those digital watches like Casio or any kind of character watch like SpongeBob or Mario.
Hell
and when I
yeah.
got these watches, I'd flex that shit like it was a paddock. I felt like the man. But my biggest watch flex was my Ben 10 Omnitrix watch. Best watch I've ever owned. I remember getting that watch.
Hey, who had Omnitrix? Well, I remember my brother had one, my little brother. I never had one of my own, but I used to use his and shit. Like, he had one you put one of the discs in, one, you know, Ben 10's, you know, his transformation. And it was like a hologram, and it'll shine like on the wall, if that makes sense. And it'll be like projected on the wall, like type shit. It was raw. So my brother
at Walgreens, and the next day showing it off to my 4th grade class at school. Most of them didn't really give a fuck, but I was feeling myself that day. I was Ben 10 at that moment. Nobody stopping me from turning into an alien and wreaking havoc across town. Also, I've noticed, back then the best toys I played with were the ones outside of my house. Like in early elementary, they'd have a selection of a little bit of everything, and also these things would be in every single doctor's office I've ever been in. Were the ones outside of my house. Boy. Like in early elementary, they'd have a selection of a little bit of everything, and also these things.
Who remember these shits? Who remember these doctor appointment that I went to had these shits in they fucking office for kids? I don't know if you kids still have these motherfuckers, but these used to be the shit, and I don't know why these were so fucking satisfying, boy. I love those, Sasha. You remember, boy, they used to have these shits, bro. These, oh my, damn, this shit just brought back some memories too. What the fuck? Them doctor visits used to be something. Damn.
Would be in every single doctor's office I've ever been in, and I don't even know what these things called, but they were the shit. Either. And at school, we was trading silly bands and Pokemon cards. Does anyone even know how to play the Pokemon?
I'm gonna be honest with you, gang. I had a couple Pokemon cards from like niggas I knew, but I never owned one like myself. Like, I bought some because I didn't give a fuck about Pokemon. Plus, I never knew what the fuck to do with them. Like, they were just cards. I never knew.
On card game, I don't even know. Solo cup stacking was a big thing
during
the after school and before school programs. Bakugan, bro. Bakugan is an underrated phase, bro. We needed more people on that back then. If you weren't a Bakugan kid, you weren't living. Bakugans were so cool, bro.
I know
the best anime toys.
Bakugans,
but what Beyblades, man? This was probably...
Again, I only used a Beyblade once in my life. I never... Feel me? Had one of my own though.
My favorite toy phase of my boyhood. And if you were born in, I don't know, 2012, Beyblades were these spinning top metal toys that we would make go against one another, and the last one standing gets the booty. It also had a hype as hell anime that was on Cartoon Network, and every boy was playing this during elementary school recess. Sometimes one of us would bring our own stadiums, and then we would brawl out and let it rip, bro. And dudes were pulling out so many cool looking Beyblades, man. Dudes were pulling out gold and silver Beyblades. One dude even had a Pegasus, the one in the anime. And back then, that was a bigger flex than showing off any kind of luxury. Like, that's cool and all, but I like this one better. I envy those guys, cause I didn't have no Beyblades. I was broke. My mom barely got me toys. She got me consoles instead. First world problems, I know. But Beyblade was my life. For a month, I needed one. Literally, the first Beyblade I ever had was an old one that my friend gave me. W friend, I know, but he didn't give me a launcher. Those things that spun the Beyblade. So I couldn't even use my Beyblade properly. And whenever I tried to compete with the other kids, I had to spin it with my hands. Shit was sad. It's like watching someone try to fit in a conversation they wasn't invited to. Like, what am I doing here? I don't belong. And of course, I lost every time. My fingers could only do so much. I'm sorry, dear. I did eventually get my own Beyblade, though, with a launcher and everything. But by the time I did, my school banned Beyblades. Yeah, they freaking banned it. Because during recess, that's all the boys would do. Get a hula hoop, use it as a stadium, and play Beyblades in it all recess long. And I guess these teachers didn't like us having fun and wanted us to move around and do an exercising activity during recess. Bitch, that's what gym is for. Recess is our free time. From the long and excruciating work day of learning our ABCs, shit be stressful. In recess, we should be free to do whatever we want for the next 20 minutes. But you basically banned us from having fun. I didn't know this school was a dictatorship. What are you guys gonna ban next? Minorities? Because I know you guys hate a diversely fun environment. You bigot. Another toy I was very, very much interested in. A toy I saw all the time on TV commercials. It was Fushigi!
Now, I've talked about this a couple straight about Fushigi. Listen, Fushigi is really a big part of like my childhood because like I remember the first time we saw that shit on TV, right? See, like when I was a little chat, I was kind of I was a crayon eating ass nigga. Pretty much I was sped as hell. So like grab my buddy. Hold on. So like when we seen that shit on TV, my grandma ordered that shit, right? But I guess we really didn't understand magic during that time since we was from the trenches. Like we thought magic, like that shit was actually like, you feel me? So what we saw, just know TV commercials really deceive the fuck out of us. That when we ordered that shit, our asses thought that shit was actual fucking magic and shit. Look at my mom. That like we thought that shit would actually float, do this, but not knowing. Nah. That's the point. It's supposed to look like that because it's supposed to require skill. Like, that's why it's a spirit ball. It's supposed to look like, oh, it's floating, but you supposed to make it look like it's floating. It's not actually doing it itself. So, yeah. We got fucking scammed. Yeah. You can imagine how disappointed my younger self was, boy, especially my grandma. It was just give my grandma her money back, like my sister said, please. Because to this day, I be thinking to myself, like, why the fuck did we believe in that? Like, why was we like not smart enough to know, like, nah, that's not how it works. It's not actually flowing. It's just supposed to look like it because you're supposed to. It requires skill. It's a magic spirit ball. Like, oh, I'm going around this shit. Fucking hate Fushigi.
Seeing this every commercial break after watching cartoons had me going because this looked so cool, bro. Seeing these people playing with a map.
And this was the exact commercial. And he's playing the song too. I remember. Y'all know how many times? And we had a DVD of this shit. I watched this DVD for at least, I think, about 30 fucking times. And I did not fucking get it. It's like I older and I realized even adults believe that's what I'm saying. Until I grew up and I realized, like, this is not real. These motherfuckers just good at making it look real. Damn, do y'all know how many motherfuckers back in the day got fucking scammed of this shit? We was one of them. Damn, that shit.
Magic floating ball swerving around from arm to arm as if it was weightless. Stuff had me geeking. Like, look at that. How he do that? I wanted one expeditiously, but I never saw one at the store, so I just gave up. That's why I never got one. I'm not ordering off the TV. I'm afraid to talk to strangers on the phone. But after years of constant curiosity on how my life would be so different if I had gotten one, would I have told her how I really felt back then? Would I have won the lottery? Would I have stopped farting when I'm talking to girls? Only one way to find out. So I finally got a Fushigi ball after years of wonder. I finally have it. I finally have the Fushigi ball.
Oh man.
Now my life is finally gonna have a purpose. This thing is gonna change everything about my life. I just can't wait. I gotta open it. I gotta open it as soon as possible. Oh man.
We still want our money back. I fucking hate looking at that thing.
Finally have it. A real magic ball. My life is gonna change forever. I can't wait to try it. Fushigi, fly!
Shut. Y'all don't understand that this shit. Fucking hate Fushigi, man. Damn.
All right, maybe it wasn't working right that time. You know, second time's a charm. You know what they say? Fushigi, fly!
That motherfucker ain't gonna fucking fall. I did the same exact shit.
The hell? How they work this thing in the commercial? Like, you know, they What the? How they be sliding these things down in the? They be like sliding it.
Exactly, that's what I was saying.
Can I at least do the upside down thing? What the heck? Can I at least like kick it off of my thing? Oh, can I like slide? Oh my god. Can I do anything with this ball? Alright, I'm gonna get one more time to fly. If this don't work, I'm gay as hell. I'm gay as hell. Fushigi, fly! Oh my god. This bitch don't work. This don't even work. This not a magic ball. It's just a ball. It doesn't really float around like that in real life when you buy it. Those dudes in the commercials just know how to play with balls in a cool way. I just got ripped off.
Exactly. They scammed everybody. Them niggas just know how, because that shit actually requires skill. Them niggas just know how to play with balls. Pause. In real... Yeah.
My childhood dream was a lie. Now I'm never gonna stop stinking around girls. Speaking of them, I also sometimes had a want for girl toys. Don't tell nobody this. Seeing stuff like those invisible ink password diaries and those pixel chicks toys, those look so cool, not even lying. And I'm the most masculine person I know. I paid for Hustlers University, so when I say something's cool, it's really cool. Especially that Barbie digital nail printer that basically prints anything on your nails. I've never seen something like that before. I've never painted my nails before, but that Barbie toy tempted me, bro.
Hey, man,
that is honestly some advanced technology for a 2009 kids toy. But the number one thing I always wanted was an easy bake oven. A toy that told girls at a young age where they belong. The oven. The witch from Hansel and Gretel created this. And I found it cool just to have a whole toy oven in my room that could really bake, so I don't have to leave my room again. But alas, that toy was for girls, so I never got one. So I got one now. Alright, everybody, this is my first easy bake oven. It came with a few food items. Came with red velvet cake, which kind of looks alright at best. It came with mini whoopie pies, which kind of looks like dog shit. And it came with cheese pizza, which kind of looks like dog food. And today we're only going to be trying out the red velvet cake, because it's the only one that looks the least like dog. I don't really know how to work this thing though, so hopefully it tastes good. Alright, so I have to do this real quick. I'll get back on you guys in a second after I whisk it up. Alright, I just whisked the bowl up, and honestly, it don't look that bad. It actually smells pretty good. All I gotta do is pour it into this tray. Ta-da! It's not perfect, but I'm not no raccoon, so it's alright. Then I put this thing in the oven for like 16 minutes, and then I turn it on, and then all we gotta do is wait. Alright, I think it's ready now. Let me get this. Okay. How the fuck you open this shit? Alright. Okay. Alright. There we go. Let's give it a quick smell. Not bad, not bad. Now it's time to put in my second cake mix in the oven. Now all I gotta do is gotta put this cake on the side over here. It's not coming out. Should I get a knife? I got a spoon. I think I burned it. No, it's good, it's good. All right, y'all, I successfully pulled it out. Kind of. This is good enough, right? It's good enough. And now I have to use the same pan to pour this in. I don't know if this shit is gonna get contaminated or not, but I think we good, bro. I think we good. All right. Any day now. Any day now. Any day now. Oh. There we go. There we go. I spread it out. It looks pretty good. Even though in the directions it says I should, wash the baking pan, but who cares about that? I think it's gonna be pretty good. Mixing the strawberry with the red velvet, it's gotta taste better, right? Yeah, I'm right. We're gonna put this bitch in real quick. Then we're gonna turn this bitch on real quick again.
Chat, any of y'all ever had easy bake oven?
16 minutes. Alright, my bad, I'm late. I was taking a deuce and I left this in for like an hour or something.
I heard that Mario movie
hurry
was
this
ass.
up real quick, man. Alright, let's get it out. Come on, man. Ooh. Come. Get the... Okay. Let's go. Alright, it's good now. And I got the frosting right next to me. This don't look right, but it's good enough for the. It's good enough. All right, now I just gotta put this thing on top.
We're like this stick.
All right, that looks delicious. And then I dumped the frosting on this cake.
I was so sad as a little girl. Oh.
Oh shit, it's
You had the original Easy Bake Oven.
Frosting on the cake.
I already see your face. You was like,
doesn't it look delicious, guys? Makes you wanna get a
that looks
bite off
fucking
the screen.
disgusting.
Shit look nasty. Alright, so apparently I fucked up. I was supposed to mix this pink frosting with the real frosting, you know, that's why it looks like, I don't want to say what it looked like, so let's just put this on real quick.
What that shit look like. That shit's crazy.
That look good. Yeah, that's good enough. We're almost done, guys. We're almost done. Gotta add in the sprinkles. Let's go. All right. Now let's add the sprinkles. The fuck?
What year did you go to high school?
The sprinkles. Yay! Look at that. Valentine's Day is every day around here. Would you look at that? A finished cake. It looks delicious. It looks edible. Gordon Ramsay who? Remy who?
I didn't even know there was an original Easter egg.
This shit look delicious, you know. And now it's time to cut this masterpiece. Ooh, yeah, that's such a smooth cut.
Hey, Mom, when did you
all right.
What year did you go to high school?
Oh my god, this looks so fucking good. How did I
cut
with one hand? Okay, I think I cut myself a good piece. Oh, look at that. All right, there we go. All right, it's all right, guys. And there we have it. What a beautiful, ew! What a beautiful sight.
That shit's disgusting.
I have my fork. I got my knife. Got my juice. And I got my napkin. I'm ready to gobble this thing up. It looks so good. Yummy, yummy, yummy. All right, let me get a bite out of this. And we're gonna finally test how good my Easy Bake Oven cooking skills are. Childhood dream coming true right now. I cannot wait to put this in my stomach. There we go. Bottoms up.
Hey, y'all ass.
Oh my god. No. This actually tastes fantastic. The layers of the flavors. It tastes like an actual 5-star course meal. I'm surprised. Easy Bake, you surprised me. This meal was fantastic. Oh, I gotta have another bite. Bottoms up.
Baby, I don't understand it. You're changing, I can't stand it. My old pizza sandwich.
WVid, man. What the fuck? Shout out the generosity, folks. Shout out folks in them, man. We're a real nigga, man. Real nigga. WVid, man. WVid, man. WVid. Nigga started singing a fucking fucked up ass version of Changes. What the fuck? Alright, chat. Damn, this shit was funny. Yeah, the generosity.